This is called Just Plain. From whence does passion come, and from where does it go? I checked the corners of my socks, but only found a hole. Through the hole to a door by a table set with plate. I wait and wait all day long, but passion came too late. I left the room with a tune laden in my head, returning home to screams of dreams frothing from my bed. So run, rabid rabbit, sleep, sleek squirrel, see the sun setting Saturday by the wallow-wisping world. I passed a match through leaves of grass and felt my face in fury flicker. I drank the world both hot and cold. The mixture made me sicker. Knock the neuroleptics, tear the toxic treat, tie two trees together through the cracks of the concrete. I tried to find in thoughts of time, in oceans of bodies and motions of rhyme, in strums of strings and midnight's glow, the movement back to and fro. I finally found friends who could feel the profundity of the saying, who understood the underside and the bent vision of just plain.
Uh-huh. It's really a treat to be able to listen to the music and the imagery in your work. The freshness of the language is what really strikes me. One of the things I've noticed in reading your work is that you often work with what I would call a compression of language, or what some people would call shorter poems or medium-sized poems. Maybe you could share some of those with our viewers.
Yes, I'm going to start moving to a progressively smaller and smaller poems here. Here is a more recent one that's about medium length. This one's called Joe. What whips through my mind but incomplete whispers, quick mists of wisdom, a smeared smile. The holes in my head from my ears make my mind a jug, and your voice the sound that bellows inside, rattling like a 50-millimeter shell. The sun has befriended another side of the earth and left my muddy thoughts to become a thick black sludge. The crisp, clean scents of spring have turned into must, mold, and rot, reminding me of an old oil-stained garage where one's classic car lays lifeless. My thoughts don't plop out like a Pez person regurgitating candy or some prolific pop artist whose color change leads to a new contextual creation. Rather, I only have these underground thoughts, like those of bugs and worms and ants that hide from the light of day when you pick up the brick that long laid in the dirt. Sincerely, Rich. And this one gets progressively shorter. This one's called Massive Jumble. There was trouble at every tributary, the deepest debt of despair. If I could have cried like a crow, I would have done so, that no hawks would keep me up. Tomorrow's asphalt and soul delinquency is just rubbish, rhubarb, riddles, quacks, crooks, and chamomile. Everything is poison to somebody, just as every couch, crevice, or crack is some cockroach's home. My features are more memorable than rock formations, and who protected me but renegade gods? For I am a weed confused for a flower, encircled by a greatness outer belt, beyond me, surrounding me, bypassing me. So from there we get to some relatively short poems here, and I'll read several here. This one's called Loss. Getting older means spending more time looking in the garbage for things you can't find. Bottom. I've thought deeply, but my mind shovel cannot get past my middle-class clay.